Hey everyone, Carolina Venom here. Today I'm kind of going back a few years and looking at the PCD Chaser from Virgin Mobile. This is a old phone. It's been out since I think late 2011, early 2012, and this phone is pretty terrible. I'm mainly just doing this little review here just to kind of, show you around the phone a little bit and stuff, and kind of show you how far we've came in phones from just a couple of years. These are hard to find now. You can't really find them hardly anywhere. I found mine on eBay, got it brand new, sealed, and I got it for a pretty good price, but they're very hard to come by. And I've always wanted one of these phones. I don't know why, but I just have. And so when I found it brand new, I just decided to go ahead and get it. So anyway, I'm going to take you on the phone, tell you a little bit about it, give you the specs, run down on the phone, and we'll go from there. This phone is running Android 2.3.5. It's got a 3.2-inch display. It's got a 3 megapixel camera on the rear. And it does record in 640 by 480. It's got a 800 megahertz single core processor with 512 megabytes of RAM, and it will hold up to a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. It's got a 1450 milliamp hour battery with around 5.8 hours of talk time and an estimated 8.5 days of standby time. This phone lacks a lot. Has no front-facing camera, has no light sensor, no autofocus on the camera, only a single-core processor, a pretty poor camera, and everything. It's just a pretty poor phone in general. I actually gave it a master reset because this phone is very low on memory, and as I scroll the phone here, even after a master reset, it still has plenty of lag. It's hard to really tell by this here, but it is pretty smooth as long as you have nothing on it. It's only got, let me see, let me go in here and look at the storage. Yeah, it's only got 151 megabytes of available space. Now you can move some apps to the SD card, which I got up here. This is the 2 gigabyte card, but it's only got 151 megabytes of available space. And as you know, Facebook alone will just about use that up. So it won't hold many apps, but if you do download some that can go to a SD card, it will help it out some. So we'll go around the phone. And down here is your 4 touch buttons. These here you can push them. They do click. At your home menu back and search button. Here is your microphone hole here. On the bottom is your micro USB charging port. On this side you have your volume rocker, plus minus. On the back you have your camera with no flash. Your single rear speaker here. On top you have your 3.5 millimeter headset jack and your power button, and on this side you have your micro SD card slot. So right now I have no apps or nothing on this phone at the moment, so I will be back in a few minutes after I put some apps on here and we'll finish the review. So we are back now, finally, after taking forever to sign into Google and downloading some apps. I only downloaded 2 apps. That was Quadrant Benchmark, which is really the only benchmark I really could find. There might be some more that would work on this old phone, but this one was the one that I found first, so I just downloaded it. And I also downloaded Clean Master, which I download on all my phones because it's really good to clean out the junk from your phone sometimes, and that's a really good app to have. But just downloading them 2 apps right there, we'll go back in here and look at the storage again, and we are down to 86 megabytes of storage. So just them 2 apps, and I even moved one to the SD card, and we went from 151 down to 86. So, you really ain't going to be able to use this phone for really much of anything as far as apps go. Let's go back in here and see. Yeah. Focus in, 88 megabytes free. And all I have downloaded, which of course it did do the Google Play services and the Google Play Store, which added more data. So now it's down to 88 megabytes. So pretty much, just, and also apps running, I'm down to 291 megabytes free. So it would not take much for this phone to fill up. Like I say, 2 apps, and it's already down to 88 megabytes. I did run a benchmark test on it. It took me forever to do it, and it came in at the very bottom, of course, at 690, which is a very bad CPU, very bad processor. You can tell it by using it, because it is a very bad phone for using it for anything more than talking on it or taking the occasional picture here and there. So 690 was the score, which is the lowest score I've ever seen on any phone this old. So yeah, and it's just got a laggy feel to it in general. It's just not a good phone. Like I say, the camera's not bad for the occasional picture. Battery life is not good. You can charge it and use it for 30 minutes and it's done down like 20%. So battery life is not good. Like I said, this is PCD, which I think was bought out by Alcatel. And I used to really be a fan of UT Starcom and PCD back when I used flip phones. But I believe this phone today could really be good if they would expand this phone. If PCD or Alcatel, whatever name brand it is now, would come back with this phone and make it, with a 4.5-inch display, with a quad-core processor, maybe 2 gigabytes of RAM. This phone, and HD camera and all that stuff. I mean, this phone may actually be really nice, because the phone does have very good call quality, very good reception. It's always been pretty strong on signal. So this is a pretty strong phone as far as reception. Like I said, call quality is good on both ends. No problems hearing anybody on the phone. Everybody says I'm clear. Camera does take okay pictures for a 3 megapixel. Of course, it's nothing special, but but really, and the text messaging, if you got small fingers, it's okay. But if your fingers are kind of fat, and like mine are I have kind of fat thumbs, and I misspell a lot of words when using this phone here to text on. It's a 3G device, and everything, so it's not going to be the best in the world, but for what it is, for what it costs, and if you can find one, and if you're interested in these old phones, the phone does really feel really good in the hand. It feels really rubbery about all the way around it, to be honest. Even the sides up through here are just it feels rubbery, and it just has a nice feel to the phone. Even when you're holding it to your ear, it's very comfortable and everything, but it's just way past. It's way outdated, and But this is just a look at the PCD Chaser from Virgin Mobile. It would be nice if they would actually bring a phone by this name, or whoever bought them out, back to where they would make a better phone, instead of seeing some of the same phones you see, from ZTE or LG or Samsung. Have a phone by this company that was, bigger screen, better processor, and everything to today's standards, and everything. But yeah, this is a pretty bad phone. I wouldn't really recommend it, because honestly, it's an old phone. I thought I would just take a look at it and just share this out there, and just kind of have something to do tonight. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Any questions or comments, please feel free to ask me. Subscribe to my channel. I sure would appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later.